Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and we're here in Trotsky Castle once again doing another character armor guide. So today's is going to be for Black Bartosch, I guess you could call him Master at Arms here at Trotsky Castle. He's the Master Swordsman in the service of Lord Otto von Bergov. You have opportunity to, shall we say, cross swords with him early in the story if you pursue that type of thing. And of course, you can save him or at least help him medically when he is captured at Nabokov. But with all that being said, we're going to be looking at his armor guide today. So like always for this, we're going to be taking exactly what he's wearing. He has an interesting, let's call it an optional variant to his armor that I'll show you because, well, I mean, we get there when we get there, but we'll go through all the weapons, clothing, armor, and all of the stats for this suit of armor. So let's just start it off with the weapons. So he is equipped with 2 weapons, at least most of the time, and one of them, or the primary, is going to be a level 2 variant of the common longsword. The longsword is a perfectly balanced lethal weapon. Its price is not small because only a master of his craft can forge a thin yet flexible blade. The longsword is not meant for the heat of battle, but for swift swordplay. Has a minimum strength of 7 and agility of 10 to use, stab damage of 97, slash damage of 92, blunt damage of 18, defense of 194, durability of 164, weight of 3.9 pounds, and a price of 384 groschen. So nothing crazy there, about as basic as you can get with a longsword, but it is still a longsword. He's also equipped with a dagger. The dagger is the knife's more dangerous cousin. Most of the time it's used for slicing cheese or apples. However, it comes in very handy if you need to creep up on someone and dispose of them without attracting attention. So those are the 2 weapons that Black Bartosch is equipped with. Let's move on to his clothing. And so the base layer of armor is of course clothing, and his is just 3 simple pieces. We have a level 2 red variant of the noble gambeson, exquisitely tailored and fitted noble coat, made of precious fabric designed as a soft undercoat for chainmail armor and plate armor. It has a stab defense of 12, slash defense of 36, and blunt defense of 29. For the pants, we have a level 2 red variant of the padded chausses. Simple quilted leggings, not exactly the pinnacle of tailoring skill, can be used alone or as a softening underlayer beneath better armor. These have a stab defense of 27, slash defense of 36, and blunt defense of 29. And lastly, for his footwear, we have his black level 2 working boots. Unobtrusive boots that protect the foot and strengthen the ankle, making them suitable for most jobs. They're not the most expensive, which is why they're worn by every hired hand or craftsman. These have a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 2, and blunt defense of 1. Taking a peek at this outfit from the outside, we have the front view here, which tells you it's a fairly simple and straightforward outfit, nothing crazy about it. Definitely leans heavily into the red aspect of it, but the noble gambeson helps to class it up a little bit. So there's our front view, there's our view from the side, and there is our rear view. So that is the clothing layer for Black Bartosch. Let's move on to our second layer. And so our second layer is comprised of just 2 different items. We have the level 2 short and chainmail shirt with long sleeves. This has a stab defense of 25, slash defense of 53, and blunt defense of 45. And then we have a level 2 variant of the mail collar, and you can tell it's the one with the red accent. We have that red gambeson part of the hood peeking out under the collar. A short chainmail collar, called a gorget, protects the neck and guards the warrior from being cut or penetrated by a blade under the visor of the helmet. Stab defense of 15, slash defense of 30, and blunt defense of 31. So that is our second layer. Now we're just looking quite a bit more like a guard or man-at-arms. You can see that we're wearing some mail, but other than that, aesthetically, still very similar feeling. So there's our front view, there's our view from the side, and there is our rear view. So that's layer 2. Let's add layer 3 and see what makes the suit special. All right, and so for the armor layer, we only have 4 items most of the time. So we start off with a level 2 red variant of the Silesian Brigandine sleeves, arm and forearm guards composed of leather parts with hardened lamellae, and plate counters and pauldrons. Stab defense of 107, slash defense of 78, and blunt defense of 28. Then we have the black variant at level 2 of the Noble Brigandine legs, a full leg protection of a newer type formed by the combination of lameral and plate armor. While the thighs are protected by folded slats, the warrior's shins are encircled by well-forged metal plates. Stab defense of 104, slash defense of 76, and blunt defense of 27. Then we have, for our cuirass, we have the Milanese Brigandine Dark at level 2. Composite armor, according to an Italian tradition, it is actually a fake plate cuirass sewn into cow leather. Its arched belly disperses blows better than ordinary lamellae. The armor is also fitted with a wide skirt at the bottom so that it covers the knight's groin. This has a stab defense of 93, slash defense of 66, and blunt defense of 25. Then lastly, we have the brown variant at level 2 of the Noble's Gauntlets. Fingered gauntlets made in brigandine style, i.e. by layering lamellae and riveting them to the leather base. The division of the gloves into individual fingers does not restrict crossbow loading or archery. These have a stab defense of 95, slash defense of 68, and blunt defense of 26. So that is normally the top layer for Black Bartosch. And if we look at it from the outside, you can see it looks exactly like him. So there we have our front view, here's our view from the side, and there is the rear view of Black Bartosch. So like I said, typically when you go up to see him, or if he's walking around, this is what you'll see him in, but it's not actually his full suit of armor, because he's a sparring partner, and so therefore you can challenge him to fight. And when you do, you'll see his full suit. And his full suit is just a helmet, but we can't wear a helmet without a hood, so arguably you could use any. I've checked, there is no way to see actually what is in his inventory for the hood, slash coif for this, because it disappears immediately when you're done sparring. Even if you manage to knock him out during sparring, it will not be in his inventory when you try to loot him. So I just decided to go with the male hood with a coat of arms because stat-wise it's the best one you can use, and I was able to get one with a little red crest on it, which definitely fits his whole vibe. So that's why I went with that one. It says a quilted hood with a collar and wide male hood, stab defense of 28, slash defense of 77, and blunt defense of 59. The important part though is his helmet. He wears this Italian bassinet. You can tell it's got a darker metal sheen to it, but it's got this light brown outline, which is how you can tell which variant he's wearing. And this is the one he wears, and I'll show you that. So it says, a helmet with a fashionable Italian clap visor. It is good. It is a good middle ground between price and armor durability. Lately, this helmet has become very popular among mercenaries. It has a stab defense of 129, slash defense of 94, and blunt defense of 33. So if we're looking at his full suit of armor, this is what it looks like. So you can see we lose the cool little red ring on his collar, which gives us another color accent, but of course it looks a lot more complete with that helmet on there. So that's what it looks like all the way around. Nice one. And if we lower the visor, that is what it looks like. So that is Black Bartosch's armor. If we want to go over the stats real quick, which I do, we have a total weight of 105.7 pounds. That's for all of this clothing and armor, and for those two weapons, the common longsword and the dagger. That is pretty heavy. Not often do we actually get a suit of armor that passes over the 100-pound threshold. Clearly, obviously, we're working with some heavy items because the lamellar and lamellae type armor in this game is just a bit heavier. So, considering it's a full suit and we have some of the heavier components, it shouldn't be too shocking that this is quite heavy. For our total value, we have 9,004.9 groschen. Once again, that's including all the armor and weapons that you see here except for Godwin's ring and the common longsword and the dagger. So not very expensive. We fell underneath the 10,000 groschen threshold, which is kind of what I consider the bare minimum for a decent level guard or man-at-arms wearing a full suit. So very, very cheap, considering, that it is in fact a full suit of armor. On top of that, for our actual armor values here, for the head we have an average of 190, for the torso we have an average of 152.7, for the arms it's an average of 158.7, and for the legs it is 127, giving us an overall average armor rating, or AAR, of 157.1. So definitely within the realms of what's pretty good for a, like I said, high-level guard captain, man-at-arms, maybe lower-level knight or nobleman. It's nothing crazy good, but definitely pretty solid protection compared to most of the people in the game. And that is his suit. So, if you want to see how and where to find this, for starters, we are, of course, in Trotsky Castle, as I said at the beginning. And so once you're up into the secondary ring, if you want to find Black Bartosch, you can go to this combat ring in the back, and he is standing here. So this is actually a fun thing that I figured out. So you can interact with him. You can kill him, you can knock him out, and you can take the armor off him, or you can wait until he goes to sleep and steal it out of his chest, and I will show you where that is in just a little bit. But if you've taken it off of him, he will immediately spawn it back if you decide to fight with him. So if we go to talk to him, we'll select a real fight.
How many opponents?
And it doesn't matter if you click 3, you'll never have 3 in this ring, or at least I never have, because I always pick 3. So we'll just pick 2 because it's always just 2.
Well, at least 2. It's not too easy. Are you ready?
And he once again has his helmet on and his full suit of armor back. And now the helmet will disappear when you're done fighting him, but the suit of armor will not. It will then just be equipped on him. So he immediately respawns his armor, which is fun. But you can see that he is wearing the Italian bassinet, And once we beat him and he's talking, you'll see which one it is.
I give up, Beth.
So you can see he's got the light brown outline on it.
What am I supposed to do, bud? I'll be happy to fight you again next time.
And so you see he has his suit of armor on again, so while he's walking away from the ring, if nobody's looking, you can just knock him out and take it again. So it's actually funny. If you want, you can get a fresh suit of Black Bartosch's armor literally once a day. You know, because as soon as he goes to get healed or whatever, he'll be back waiting here the next day, and you can challenge him again, and he will once again have a suit of armor. So I assume at some point that'll be patched, maybe, but at the moment it's a infinite money glitch, or at least infinite stolen armor and weapons glitch. But now I'll show you where to find it when he is sleeping. So we are inside the inner ring of the castle, and we're going to be looking up to, if we're facing out this door, it's to the left, but if we just came in this door, it's to the right. This keep over here. He sleeps at the very top of it. So we're going to wait until night, and then we'll go up there and check it out. All right, so we've waited till nighttime, so we're going to go check it out. So we're going to go up these steps, through this door. Once we're inside the door, we're going to go through the kitchen, up these stairs, around the corner and up these stairs. We're going to be going around those stairs and up these stairs, across this hallway, up these carved stairs, up this flight of stairs, and it's dark up here, so it's better to have a torch, but we have another flight of stairs to go up. Then we'll be going through this door, to the left and up these stairs, turning around the corner again, and up these stairs. And once you get to the top of this staircase, his room is right here through this door. So he's not in his bed, but this right here is his bed. So we're going to wait until he does show up, so I can, you know, show you it. Alright, so this is hilarious. I was going to go into that room at the end and wait another day so he'd be in here, but he ended up being in that room. So typically, or at least the last time I came to check for him, he was sleeping in this bed and his equipment was in this chest, which it is not this time. This time, he's sleeping in this room. You can see him on this bed over here, and his equipment is in this chest. So you can see there's his longsword, there's his collar, there's his brigandine, his gambeson, his chainmail, his gauntlets, sleeves, legs, his working boots. So that is his full set. Like I said, no matter what, you cannot loot the helmet or any sort of a coif off of him. So you do just have to fill in the blanks there. But if you want to get it, you can either kill him, knock him out, or of course just pickpocket him. Usually it gives you that option, but it's not giving it to me right now. And get the key off of him, and then you'll be able to open this very hard lock chest, or just lockpick it yourself, and you can get his full suit of armor, except for his pants. You'll have to knock him out if you want those. But that is Black Bartosch's armor and how and where to get it. So I hope you enjoyed this video or found it useful. But that's all for today. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.